The countdown is on until tonight's federal budget, and the Treasurer has confirmed that it will include a surplus for the first time in 15 years. Let's bring in Olivia Casely, who is watching on live in Canberra. Olivia, it's a big day for Jim Chalmers. He's been out in front of the cameras in the past hour, giving us a few more hints about what we can expect this evening.
Yeah, well, the budget is expected to be back in black when it's delivered tonight. And a lot of this is due to high employment, rising wages, and also the high cost of both iron ore and coal prices. But we're told that this $4 billion joy, this surplus, will be short-lived. As you say, Treasurer Jim Chalmers was joined by the Finance Minister outside the budget tree a little earlier. They were spruiking what they call a responsible budget.
Big day.
Yeah.
Looking forward to releasing this.
It's a great budget, great women's budget statement. I always want to give that a plug. But months and months of work.
Yeah, a lot of collective effort in this, and I think it's going to be a really responsible budget, and it does the right thing by people in the here and now, but it also invests in the future.
The Treasurer certainly had a spring in his step, as you can see there outside the budget tree, announcing he's really proud of this budget, and he's claimed that it's the biggest turnaround on record. But the Treasurer might be getting a little bit ahead of himself there with that calculation. While it's certainly very impressive, it's not the biggest one-year turnaround on record. There was a $102 billion consolidation in the 21-22 financial year, and the opposition certainly isn't giving the government any credit on this result.
We don't just need to see a budget surplus this year. Drover's dog could deliver a budget surplus this year.
You know, they had 9 cracks at this and went none for 9. Now, Angus Taylor is not a serious person.
The Treasurer also had a bit of a pot shot at his predecessors this morning, who he says put the horse before the cart, or the cart before the horse rather, when it comes to prematurely claiming back in black.
It's not my style to make back in black mugs like my predecessor did. I thought that was humiliating for the Liberals and Nationals, frankly. I'm taking a much more cautious approach, a much more conservative approach.
With this extra cash coming, it means that there's more money to spend on easing some of these cost of living pressures we've been seeing. So the centrepiece, if you like, of the budget is this $14 billion cost of living relief package. Some of that is going to be from energy relief. So for millions of households and small businesses, we're expecting something by way of rent assistance too, as well as cheaper medicines. And yesterday we heard about sweeping changes to the single parents payment to make life that little bit easier for single parents. Now, if we look at this graphic here, we can see some of the ways the government is going to be raising revenue. So, for example, ending low and middle income tax offset, increasing the tobacco tax, an increase in the tax on super balances above $3 million, and also these sweeping changes to the petroleum resource rent tax, something that the independents say the government hasn't gone far enough with. Here they were a little earlier.
The fact that the gas companies are happy with this says everything. We had an opportunity and the government has squibbed it.
If we were doing what other countries are doing, like Qatar and Norway, we would be adding tens of billions of dollars to our budget bottom line.
Not long to go now until that budget is released, Ash. The opposition is looking for ways that we can drive down inflation, while others are calling for an increase to job seeker across all age ranges.
Yep, we're hearing plenty of says from all sorts of people today, and we're going to continue to bring you coverage throughout the afternoon. Olivia Casely, thank you. Make sure you tune in to Sky News at 7:30 p.m. tonight for the best budget coverage. We'll bring you Treasurer Jim Chalmers' speech and also an in-studio interview live. Plus, our all-star lineup of Sky experts and the Senate's crucial crossbenchers will be dissecting and debating all the big budget reveals for you. That's from 7:30 p.m. this evening.